right? It appears that right as I hit the going live button, Army is in the chat with cheer 1. So thanks for that one, Army. Anyway, hello everybody. Back from the weekend. True, you do not fuck around. So I actually won the 40 Duels tournament that happened over the weekend. For those of you that don't know, I posted it all over like Twitter and Facebook and Discord and stuff, but some people aren't aware of that stuff going on. But yeah, I won the whole thing, which is really awesome. I'm like back-to-back big legacy tournament winner over at Moonbase with like the 5K that I won, which was like 150 people, and this one had 139, I think. I forget the exact number, but it was like a little bit under that. I thought it was gonna be a little bit over, but like 80 people didn't show up or something. But yeah, back-to-back winner was awesome. I was very hyped. It was a very exciting tournament. It was a lot of fun. Hope you had fun too, Army, even if you didn't do so hot. People always go right, yeah. Not wrong, but especially if it's a learning experience. It seemed like it was a big learning experience for you. Like you had to crush miracles, you had to learn a lot from like the lands matchup and stuff. So that's the biggest deal, honestly, is that you play tournaments and you learn from the mistakes that you made, or you learn from the matchups that you don't understand. You walk away every tournament better than when you walked in. That's the big part. So anyway, we're just gonna play the same 75 that I played and I won with, which was the same deck I played on Friday, and like possibly like Wednesday before that. I forget when I added like the Held Spirit Keeper and stuff. I'll kill someone to get a better Lance matchup. I'm basically a buy. What's my Lance matchup look like? 3 and 2, and then plus 12 and 0. Okay, so it's like 15 and 2 in the lands matchup. I really like the lands matchup, so I don't know, like, I mean, it's definitely like a very acquired matchup. It's very non-intuitive, has like a lot of weird lines and stuff. A lot of people do not like the lands matchup nearly as much as I do, but I have enjoyed it thoroughly. I guess, I haven't super often played against super skilled lanes players, and obviously those people are going to be terrifying, but those people are going to be terrifying even if it's like a good matchup. Like, I'm going to be scared to play against good Delver players, just because good Legacy players are horrifying to play against. Anyway, we're just going to, I'm still going to be playing a bunch of Legacy. I know a lot of people like some of the modern content I put out, but it's kind of on the back burner still a little bit, because I have Eternal Weekend coming up in, first weekend of November. So I need to be planning for that one. I also, winning this tournament won me a second buy, which is awesome. So now I have 2 buys for Eternal Weekend for when I play in the Legacy tournament there. It also means that I don't know what I'm going to be doing Friday, because my plan on Friday was to like grind their last chance qualifiers for like buys to maybe get a second one. I'm considering like just like jumping into the vintage tournament with some bad deck and just getting housed, but I'm gonna need to talk to people. I don't know anything about vintage. Maybe I'll stream vintage once or twice before then. I'll play like white trash and vintage or something bad. Anyway, let's get started. Play white trash. Yeah, exactly. I'm like thinking about it. I have nothing better to do on that Friday, right? Now that I'm not going to be playing in most of their legacy events, I could at least just try to get like the award for, it was top, they paid like top 3 without power, workshop, bazaar, or library, I think. Notably, you can still play like Soul Ring and Mana Crypt, which I found kind of weird, but I feel like the decks with Soul Ring and or Mana Crypt are probably more busted than the decks that just have a library as their only piece of like quote unquote power, but whatever. I might stream it a couple times. I'll look into it. I'm probably gonna do horribly, and I would have no experience in the vintage meta at all, but we'll just fucking jam. Come back. There we go. That seems fine. We're on the play. Turn 1 Vial, turn 2, like, Port or Thalia based on what my opponent's doing. And just like a pile of value seems great. 2-land hands are always a tiny bit risky, especially if they force turn 1 Aether Vial, but... this hand's definitely too good to pass up. I just spent most of today finishing up the tournament report that I think I'm going to put on Reddit and various social media platforms tomorrow. So my mind is still like going through the matches I had on Saturday. I just finished watching myself in the feature match in the quarterfinals, which is actually a really fun match to watch. That any of the following cards: any Power 9, Bazaar, Workshop, or Library. Yeah, exactly. Which is just weird. Just you can't play Library, but you can play Soul Ring and Mana Crypt. Soul Ring and Mana Crypt are arguably just better than Time Twister. Force the Vial. Pitching Omniscience. Alright, so we're probably playing against Omni. Like, definitely playing against Omni, but the question is if they're on Sneak or Mono Blue, or that one guy's weird blue blacklist, but whatever. Doesn't particularly matter. We're just going to jam Thalia and hope we hit a land drop now. Ooh, hope we hit a Wasteland. Thalia into like Wasteland plus Port against a Mold of 6 seems pretty strong. Bottom. So hopefully my opponent's digging for lands. Alright, not a good draw. Nice. My opponent was digging for lands. And missed. And we hit a third land. And it's a Caracas. I think I'm just going to recruit for Prelate here. Just solidify that I can just win the game with Prelate on 3. And if I draw like a 4th land, I can just Wisp and flicker a land so I can Wisp Port or something. Sanctum Prelate. So they're on blue-red, the Volk. So I'm going to assume Omni Sneak. They don't board particularly differently, so it's not a huge deal. Get them. See if this guy resolves. It does. That should be pretty close to game. We now just have the board and can start porting the red sources to keep them off of sneak attack, which is the only thing I'm really concerned with. And my opponent's text from Thalia, missing land drops. I feel pretty safe here. If I draw a 4th land, I can deploy Wisp. I'll just play Mom. It doesn't affect the clock, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah. My opponent is also Brainstorm locked. Oh, well, not anymore. They can Impulse, but... we're just going to port and leave up Caracas just in case, like, the worst of the worst somehow happens. I don't know what could possibly happen, but I think we're safe. Also just going to leave up Mom just in case. Maybe Soul Land plus fetch red source. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that'd only be 5 mana, so they play the sneak. They can't even, like, Lotus Petal into it. Simian Spirit Guide. Put in Emrakul. Yeah, they're just dead. Alright. So we're gonna assume there's... I guess there's a slight sideboard difference. Against Pure Omni, I usually board in Surgical. Against Omni Sneak, I don't board in Surgical unless I see Intuition. I've also noted that this matchup has a little bit of awkward sideboarding. Or I noted when I was playing it in the tournament the other day, that I have exactly 7 cards that I really want to board out, but I only have 6 cards I want to bring in. It might just be leaving Walking Ballista at this point. I left in GT last time. It's like, these cards all suck. The rest of the cards are fine. Left in GT the other day, and it felt pretty mediocre. Ballista also feels bad. The thought on leaving in GT is that it can protect your Hate Bears if you get connections with it, because a lot of their removal is just damage-based. Pyroclasms, Kozilek's Returns, Abrades. So you can have it on a Prelate and protect it or something, but... Also, it came close to killing an Arcane Artisan. Unfortunately, 2 counters doesn't get all the way there. But I don't think it's a huge deal. I think I'm just going to keep leaving in GTA. GTA is really not good, but my other options are also really not good. If my opponent has Arcane Artisans, maybe I'll like bring back in... Maybe... Is the Miser's Plow worth it? Probably not. I guess Path would be better than Plow, though. Because you can like Path that Grizzlebrand at least. Could bring in Miser's Path instead of the GTA, but I think we're just going to spend like that. I'm still not certain about that one. It's just kind of a tiny bit of an awkward sideboarding thing. Guess I could always just like blind bring in the Surgical and hope. What up, all the time? Eesh, this hand kind of sucks. This hand would have been very keepable against old Sneak and Show. But then they started playing Omniscience, and they don't lose to just like Revoker on Sneak Attack plus Caracas anymore. Just got a mulligan for more disruption. We have Thalia, and we still have Caracas, so... And we have a Port, which I will definitely top. Probably won't come in handy in the early stages of the game, but... Disruption is the key to winning this matchup. Fortunately, being on the draw, we might just like play Thalia and die. Top. Terrifying. Oh, okay. Thought my opponent just like topped and then missed their second land drop. I was about to be very confused. Oh, is it this guy? The person that like boards into like the weird young Pyromancer shell? I guess we might be like playing Stoneforges then to race this young Pyro. Glad I left in GTA, but definitely like bring in Plows. This might be the same person that like we played against before, who had the young Pyro sideboard plan, which I still don't think is super good, but I don't think we're gonna play Thalia. I'd rather play Thalia with Caracas at this point. It would tax them though. I think we're just gonna like Stoneforge for GTA here. Maybe Sword. Sword does protect against like red stuff. I think we're gonna grab GTA. We'll see what my opponent does. We can like Thalia up with Caracas up into double Stoneforge or something. A chance my opponent like didn't have removal, and I should have run out the Thalia to prevent them from just chaining a bunch of cantrips. But I don't think they're going to be able to run away with Young Pyro with us having triple Stoneforge Mystic in hand. I think we can handle a Young Pyro. The issue is that if they can combo me on top of that. My grandpa's just doing on my card spending habits. That's why you just don't tell anyone how much you spend on Magic. That's what I do. Just buy him in secret. Yeah, opponent can't attack. Opponent also misses a land drop and have just cast Brainstorm, so this is very good for me. We will likely just be able to Thalia into, like, play equip GT. Oh, they're gonna force that? Oh, that's rude. That's fine, though. Again, we can just, like, play equip GT at that point. Or even, like, play Stoneforge, put in a Batter Skull. He doesn't know about the third Caracas yet. Wait, my opponent, like, just didn't want to play the third land, though? Whatever. I'm gonna snap off blocking Elemental here. So I'm playing around removal here by just running out of Stoneforge Mystic instead. My opponent has removal, and I just go play equip GTA, then we get really bodied. This way, we just get to grab a Batter Skull. Keep telling myself it's Legacy, and these are the last set of cards I ever buy, but I keep buying more shit. Happens to me every time it's like, oh, I need a new foil sideboard card for this deck. Impulse, sure. Luckily we have a Caracas to stop like just a generic combo. They need to find the Omniscience if they're gonna like just beat a Caracas and play. We're gonna put in the Batter Skull right now to play around like Vendilion Click. We'll go for your wallet. Spirit Keeper doesn't come in foil. That is not incorrect. I'm a little just disappointed. By the time I can actually play paper, maybe they won't be good. That's fair. Like, they're definitely not necessary. You can play Ethersworn, so the deck is perfectly fine. I don't even think I need to, like, go for this GT here. My opponent already needs to answer this Batter Skull. If I go for I could go for GT on, like, a Stoneforge and attack with both. Maybe that's better. So, actually, are we on Facebook friends? Yeah, sure. If you want to Facebook friend me, sure. I really don't care. So, yeah, I guess we'll just play GT, equip it to a Stoneforge. Because if my opponent has a Braid, they can just shatter the skull anyway. I'm your #1 fan. That's, I guess, probably not incorrect. You're the only one that I remember besides Chyleth. From, like, before the 3-month gap where I, like, stopped streaming for a bunch. Be worried if I Facebook friend you because I'm not on Facebook. I'll keep my eyes peeled. Luckily we drew like a super mid-rangey hand versus my opponent's Young Pyromancer plan. Yeah, my opponent needs to double block that Stoneforge or not at all. Oh, now why aren't I subscribed? Oh yeah, you just became subscribed. Weird. In like that exact message where you commented on why you weren't subscribed. I'm just gonna kill this Pyromancer in response. Thanks for the 3-month or 6-month resub. Half a year. I appreciate it all the time. Alright, so the only thing we're worried about is... My opponent has done a lot of cantripping, though. Uh-oh, Cunning Wish is scary. Oh, Cunning Wish for Impulse. Significantly less scary. We do need to kill my opponent now. As soon as possible. Because my opponent can show intel into, like, Omniscience and still kill me from this board. Yeah. That's the biggest issue. We're going to put in a Revoker. Hopefully snag, like, a Grizzlebrand. Oh, Omniscience. Shit. Well, hopefully they don't have Emrakul. Grizzlebrand. You're most def my favorite. Oh shit, they have Emrakul too. I appreciate it all the time. Well, that's not great for me. Chalice cannot save me from this. Nope. We almost had enough mana to put Chalice on 3. Stop that show and tell. I always have the most interesting modern. Yeah. Unfair. My opponent has an Omniscience in play in Modern. That's not cool. How do you even... Can you even cheat that into play in Modern? Thanks, Catmix. It was definitely a hard-fought tournament. Alright, so we're super dead here. Unless we draw... So my opponent attacks with the Emrakul. I guess we'll kill an element with this shitty new wizard, Enduring Ideal. Sure. Well, if you're casting Enduring Ideal, you're basically already to the Omniscience at that point. Alright, so we gotta figure out the only way we're gonna win here. So, Resolve Annihilator trigger. So we can sack this, and 2 lands, and then draw, like, Council's Judgment, or Leon and Relic Order plus Caracas, and still, like, Batterskull block this Germ, or this Elemental. Maybe I'm supposed to, like, sack the Germ and the Batterskull, and keep 2 more lands so I can top deck Recruiter of the Guard? I don't think I can recruit... I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lands to play 6. So I could actually draw Recruiter, and then recruit Relic Order, Omniscience, and Caracas this Emrakul. So maybe I was supposed to do that. Definitely not looking good regardless. Oh, my opponent just has a second Emrakul. Cool. Doing 4 of the GP Denver events. Good luck. I have been really enjoying this list. It's been performing pretty well for me. Howled Spirit Keeper seems like actual tech, unless the Grixis players start playing more Drive Knights, which I've seen very infrequently, but definitely it definitely exists. So I want Ballista, and maybe some number of plows to combat this stupid young Pyromancer plan out of my opponent. I could just, like, cut the Crusaders. Maybe GTA is actually just, like, probably worse than a plow. Is there ever a world where... Because the GTA was about as good as a Fire Nest there, if we're being real. Honor of the Pure. There was actually one of the people in the Discord, Piroko, played, like, in a Enlightened Tutor Death and Taxes list that played Honor of the Pure, but I'm pretty off of it. If I wanted that sort of effect to try to combat Drive Knights, I'd probably just be playing Gideons over Cataclysms. Could also maybe Shave Moms. Do I want to just board in a bunch of plows? Probably not. I think I mastered the modern version. You've done the heavy lifting for me with Legacy. I'm the exact opposite. I'm really good at Legacy, and then I just kind of fuck it with Modern. Two plows is probably good enough. The rest of this is probably fine. I still warrant that the the Young Pyromancer plan isn't super good. It did buy them a decent chunk of time, but my hand also was very slow and dirtily on my multi-6. We'll see if it pays off again. This hand's... I think this hand's keepable, but it's definitely close. The fact that I have like Flicker Wisp, Omniscience into Council's Judgment makes me want it more, because this combo is sometimes hard to actually pull off. And we have Stoneforge, which we can actually fight the dumb Young Pyro plan. I was kind of streamed the update tonight, but I bought beer instead. Good life decisions. I think I might keep this. This hand might just be very bad, though. I have some Wastelands if my opponent has Volcanics, but usually they pretty aggressively fetch basics in this matchup. Ooh. Might just run out Chalice on one. Over playing a Stoneforge. Kind of like that. Spent hours looking for my Spirit Keeper because of you. I had to spend a whole, like, 80 cents buying two at the shop. Alright, later, Army. Have a good one. I heard Fork is fuck it. Yeah, I mean, they're just... I also had to order some... I always use Pokemon tokens as my... or, like, Pokemon cards as my tokens. So I had to order some Pokemon cards for Spirits, because I didn't actually have any. I think we're just gonna Stoneforge plus Wasteland here. My opponent can't cast Cantrip, or they can Cantrip for Elementals, but that's not where we're losing to. I'm gonna grab Batterskull just because I'm going down on lands. My opponent answers my Stoneforge, it's gonna get a little awkward, but my opponent would need like land plus a Braid. Or specifically red land plus a Braid. This is 4 Spirit Keeper, 0 Crusader, fucking. Oh yeah, the Spirit Guy being Modern Legal would definitely shore up some of the matchups. Not so much blue-white, which is the big one, but I guess like Marty Pyro or something. Seems nuts. Too bad he's not bugleable, but good thing he is recruitable, which is the exact reason that I play him. Wrecked Grixis control with it tonight. Good to hear. That's the plan with the card. Is that you can steal game ones really easily with it, and then post board if you dance around Marsh Casualties and Toxic Deluge, then it's still really good. I'm not gonna block that. You can deal me too, opponent. Alright, well, we get Batterskull and another Wasteland, so... I'm just gonna put this in so I can F6, to be perfectly honest. I don't think I've seen any list in the past two. There was I think the top 4 of the SCG, didn't he have a Containment Priest on the sideboard? Opponent, stop having lands, please. Ooh, we just drew a second Wisp, which is great. Because I assume my opponent might want to like try to double block this Germ or some nonsense. Nope, they're just gonna take it. Alright, I guess I'll Flicker Wisp my Stoneforge then. Go grab Sword. Okay, sure. The actual answer to blue-white. In like just mono-white? What's the tech? Because I haven't been having much trouble with it, but I play black-white, I'll draw the taxes, so it seems pretty good there. Or like just I feel pretty good in that matchup. Kithian. Well, I guess that's not bad. Like Planeswalkers are always like the plan, and a Kithian is basically a Planeswalker. I definitely agree that Copter is probably sweet. They have like mono Wraths. So my opponent doesn't have stuff. We can just play equip Fire and Ice. We still have Flicker Wisp plus Council Judgment to answer an Omniscience. And we're getting them down below the Grizzlebrand draw 7, crush me life total. Hitting them for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Gonna put the sword on the Batter Skull so they can't chump block. Like, just even fire off a Brainstorm into the Chalice to make it a elemental and block it. It just adds more damage to the board. It's worse if they can answer the Germ, but... I almost want to port here. I feel like my opponent's got to have an Echoing Truth or something. Oh, whoops. Nope. You play my land first. I'm going to keep holding the Wasteland in case my opponent decides to go find another non-basic. Yeah, I'm just going to hit you in the face. Fuck your young pyromancers. Alright, so the only thing we're dead to, I think, is Show and Tell Omniscience, and then, like, instant speed stuff with Cunning Wish. With my Flicker Wisp trigger on the stack. Yeah, my opponent just dies. Nice young pyromancers, opponent. Glad I got my revenge in that matchup. I don't think that... I think that the young pyromancer opponent's fine. It's, like, a cute thing. I love people that can, like, sideboard into tech like that, but I don't think it's where you want to be against Death and Taxes. Don't bitchy these past few days. Yeah, it happens. We all hit our ruts. Won game 1, lost game 2, won game 3. Alright, let's go again. I need to message Static. Static was going to proofread my tournament report before I posted it. Probably going up tomorrow. I think I mentioned it like right at the beginning of the stream, but for people that are in the chat now or anything, going to be posting a tournament report for the 40 Duels tournament. Probably just posting it to Reddit tomorrow, and then copying and pasting it everywhere to social media, Discord, that stuff. The Shuffler's X no against me. I like turn 1 Vial. I don't think I like turn 1 Vial this much. Yeesh. Alright, I think I have to stick with this on a 6, even though this is just worse than my first hand. I'm not going to want a second plow. Hopefully my opponent will wasteland this Crocus or something. The Mirror. Oh man, I wish I'd kept that second plow on top. Oh, this is not looking great. Does my opponent just not have a second land? Alright, please. One time Phyrexian Revoker. Because the ones against incredibly. Yeah, I do enjoy it. Those are my favorite. It's not like as much as I enjoy 5-0ing as much as the next guy, but the games that I really enjoy are the ones where there's just like a lot of meaningful decisions and really cool games. All right, we're just gonna plow the heck out of this mother of runes. Plow your mom. Also F6ing because bluff value is I'm just too lazy. Could bluff like the Val and something, but I don't know anything. It's a magic card. It is a castable spell. I would love to draw a creature at this point, especially like Recruiter would be amazing. Revoker to revoke these vials. My opponent's on 1 land, but we're just gonna keep sitting here like doing nothing. What you got? Stoneforge? Please play like Thalia. That'd be hilarious. Stoneforge, sad. Grabs Batterskull. Fucking deal. They might have GTA in hand. That or they're a more inexperienced Death and Taxes player. When you first pick up Death and Taxes, it's very instinctual to just like, oh, I'm just gonna grab this Batterskull because it's so insane just putting a Batterskull into play. But you have to like identify the matchups where GTA or Sword of Fire and Ice can be way more relevant. Alright, well, that's the thing I can put in, and equip a sword too. Don't think I'm gonna equip the sword, because, like, my mana's not tied up or anything. I'd rather surprise my opponent with a guy. Thought I had Wisp and said they always have Wisp. They always do have Wisp. I blew my opponent out in the quarterfinals of the tournament because I top decked a Flicker Wisp and he just like attacked me with a Delver of Secrets when I had a Mom in play, and I was just like Violent Wisp, block, tap Mom, just eat your Delver. It was amazing. Tap his land down your turn and Legend Troll Crocus to show dominance. Alright. Yeah, we'll try to get a connection in, but I feel like my opponent has 7 cards in hand and 2 vials. I imagine there's something they can do. Like Wisp the Sword or something. But if they had a Wisp, wouldn't they have just like Wisp their Stoneforge? End of turn just to start beating down? Revoke those files for, yeah, please. Trying so hard to find a Phyrexian Revoker. Yeah, fuck it. Got nothing else going on. Try to hit him. Oh no, they have something on an Aether Vial. Yeah, flicker the sword or some shit. Just flicker the Thalia, that's also fine. Gotta burn through these things eventually. Then I used... What is this gonna be? Another Stoneforge? Please just be a remorseful cleric. Alright, well... Sure. So these issues if my opponent has GTA, then we probably just bite it pretty hard. If my opponent just has this Batterskull to put in, then we still have a chance. Yep, it's just a Batterskull, so sure. Opponent can definitely beat me down in the air, and if they just have more disruption on these vials, we're still definitely not favored, but we're trying our best. Thalia can just attack in with the sword equipped. They nug me for 5. Stoneforge is an actually good draw. Try to nug him again. If it's just like another Wisp, we're just gonna get murdered. Violent 2. Sure. What's this even gonna be? Oh, a second Remorse? Wow. That seems kind of aggressive. So they can, like, block. That's fine. Yeah, I guess. I can sack it, get rid of my Source of Plowshares. Got me. Do they have the GTA and they just opted to put in the Batterskull instead? That might make sense. I wouldn't hate that line. Yeah, they do have the GTA. Okay, so not crazy. Because if they put in the GTA the previous turn, there's no guarantee that they can equip it unless they find another land. On a classic with that card naming, Deceiver Exarch. Got him. I definitely named some weird things, like Pithing Needle, Swamp in the Underworld Connections era of Standard and stuff. We're going to get crunched for a big chunk here, but... Oh, my opponent leaves back Remorseful Cleric. Interesting. So that means they don't have an answer to this? So I actually I can surprise Batterskull here. Can't name lands. Oh yeah, it was a Pithing Needle, not a Revoker specifically in the Underworld Connection scenario, but yeah. I hate the D&T mirror, like when you tank on a decision that probably doesn't matter because you're pretty hosed. So I think my best bet is to just attack, force the Remorseful Cleric block, and then plan on vialing in second Stoneforge, and then like surprise Batterskull trading or something. And untap and try to connect with GTA. The risk is if my opponent finds another land, then we're just super dead, because my opponent can just... I port them, they play land, they equip GTA, and we just get fried. But I think that's just kind of a risk we have to take. The other thing is, like, play GTA, equip it to Stoneforge, then they can just block the Remorseful Cleric here. They can even block the Batterskull and Lethalia if they don't want to get the triggers off, and we're still dead. So I think we just... yeah. I'm fine just smashing in. My opponent does still have 4 cards in hand, so there's got to be like something up here. Keep Thalia up for blocks. It's not going to do anything, right? Because my opponent has a Flicker Wisp that they can just put the GTA on. I'm not concerned with the Batterskull. It's just that I'm losing in the air. Snipe down flyers if I try to whip. Oh, if I connect with the GTA. The issue is that I will be tapping out, and if my opponent has anything with 4 cards in hand and 2 vials to prevent my GTA from triggering, like this Remorseful Cleric, they could have just blocked the Remorseful Cleric, sacked it. I don't get GTA counters. They untap. I don't have port up, and they just equip GTA to Flicker Wisp and murder me. So it's like not a great plan. I am kind of scared of Phyrexian Revoker here. I think I am just gonna not make a surprise Batterskull and just make a not surprise Batterskull instead. Thalia, sure, that does literal nothing. But it's like a fine, like, they can just activate it to force me to do something like that, because if they do have a Roger there, we get super punished. Ooh, are they activating Stoneforge again? That's great for me. They could be casting a Plow. No, they can't cast a Plow, because they just put in their own Thalia. That's less great for me, because it means they could draw a land, actually. What's everyone's top 3 port to modern wish list for Legacy D&T? Brightling. Brightling's near the top. Brightling would be nuts. Stoneforge, obviously. No land? Oh, land, that's bad. Alright, well, now we gotta figure out how to win here. It's gonna be tricky for sure. Luckily, we have several creatures that have more than 2 toughness, so we might be able to connect with Archite after and somehow make it out of here alive. Alright, actual Squire, cool. Let's put in the GT. What am I equipping it to? There's like, I don't think it matters. I could equip to the Germ or the Thalia. I'm still just dead if my opponent has Disruption on their Aether Vials, but I guess they could actually shrink one of my, like, shrink the Thalia down, eat it with the Skull, but then we can, like, clear with the GT and stuff. Maybe it's better to put the GT on the Batter Skull just so I can crunch in with both, no fear. I should probably just stop burning time on this decision. That doesn't matter. Like, my opponent has something or they don't. Sure. If it's just Thalia, we're just making him pick it back up. Yeah, you can have that one back. Interesting. So we get the GT counters. We cannot kill this Flicker Wisp currently, but we might be able to win this yet. Sorry, I'm not even seeing your guys' conversation over there. Hopefully they wasteland this Caracas to try to get their Thalia into play or something. They're gonna cast a Plow here, right? Because they had a Plow last turn, but they couldn't cast it, yeah. So this is fine. And we can kill that. This is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 tops. Maybe I need to chump block this Germ with a Stoneforge. It's probably safe. Put in the Squire. Shuffle my deck. Draw like Flicker Whisper for Extra Revoker. I might definitely still. Oh, that's terrible. So my opponent still has a Thalia in their own hand, which is problematic. So I think step one is attempt to equip GTA to Thalia to force him to ping it off. So yeah, this is fine. I still don't know if this plan is going to actually work out, but we're going to try it. So yeah, Thalia's fine. We don't need the Crocus up at this stage. They just chump block. Oh no, they chump block. Actually, I need to ping that one too, because they can ping their own Thalia with the GTA trigger. Shit, I fucked up. I pinged the mom specifically to play around that. If they see the line. Ooh, do they not see the line? Okay, maybe they do see the line. Oh, nope, they don't. Oh, well, I mean, they get to do first strike damage first, I guess. Yep. No, they didn't see the line. Sick. I messed that up, but then my opponent, like, counter messed it up. Alright, there's still a chance we can win this. So, we can just ping the Wisp. I think they wanted to move the GTA over to the Germ. Alright, I think we just go to 6 here. We want multiple creatures in play. I think they really want to wasteland me so I can't equip this Batter Skull here. GTA is a really fucked up Magic card. Nope, they're just gonna cast more spells. Alright, deal. Equipping to the Stoneforge seems horrible. Third Crocus, nice. Alright, so I think I equipped this other Stoneforge on the off chance they have like Flicker Wisp to body me horribly. We each attack with both guys and still be safe. Or aren't they equipped to Batter Skull? Because, I don't know, they're insane. Sitting up on one guy is an easy way to get blown out by a Flicker Wisp, so we can just... I'm just hoping they don't have Wisp, because if they have Wisp, I think we still die here. Wait, they just equipped, and then that's their only block, too? Alright, I think we should be fine here. They have a Thalia, but sure. Oh no, I didn't even know they had a Thalia. I think the last one died. They just have a second one, which is totally fine. I think we survived. If they try to put Batter Skull to anything, we just GT it down. Assuming they hit land drop number 5. What is this? Swords to Plowshares on my big Stone Forge. Sure. Can't do anything about that. But, like, they can also do nothing about this. They're just... Sure. Got me. Oh, they have a sword that they might want to put in, I guess, but... I need to start playing faster. Are they gonna wasteland me yet? I feel like they wanted to wasteland me like 900 turns ago to prevent me from equipping this Batter Skull. Oh, that's a good draw. Battle Stoneforge, ready for action. Ping their Stoneforge once so it doesn't get any GTA counters because it becomes an 0-1. Yeah, sword is fine, whatever. Crush it under my feet. We're just going to play out this Caracas to bounce their Thalia, just in case it shouldn't matter. I think we're fine, especially with this Recruiter draw. I think this game is sealed up. They're not at the stage where they should have been playing or anything, because it's like, we're at the stage of the game where it's like, okay, they have something, I guess I will lose now. Yeah, you can have that one back, bud. There's almost no point in fucking around with, like, recruiting for Wisps here. Because they're just gonna, like, eat away a bunch of my time. But I think it'll accelerate my clock and make sure I don't die to something really stupid. I could also just make a giant ballista, but that gives them information they don't need to know. Now it's just rude. Yeah, Violin Lethalia, do it. Okay, or not, sure. I guess I was supposed to pump a couple times there just to make sure they're dead. Alright, sure, whatever. Just make sure they're dead next turn with Crusader smashes. Could bury them with Pal Shell. I mean, I could do a lot of things. It really doesn't matter. Yeah, sure. Thalia resolves. You got it, bud. You know, pick up the Batter Skull, too? Sure. You can't even cast it because of your Thalia. Yeah, sure, whatever. Luckily, my opponent's not that much ahead of me on time, because this mirror is just really obnoxious for both players. Oh, they hit 6th land. Play Batter Skull. Can I lethal them? Oh yeah, definitely, because I just have Wisp, so they're super dead. I don't know if this is lethal yet. Probably. Yeah, -3. Nailed it. Alright, well, we only have 10 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock, which is kind of scary, but we won a game 1 that we shouldn't have, so that's pretty cool. Board in 6 cards, cut, prelate, all the Thalias, and something bad. Wait a second, I haven't like been looking at chat too much. What's up, Static? Been running Maze. Yeah, I don't. It's like I don't know. It's like better. It's like kind of Corehaven-esque, and Corehaven's not really a card that's been on my radar like that I want at all. The issue is, what decks is it good against? Like, why do I want this card? The matchups that we're struggling with are not one in the attack step. It's like fine if you're running into a lot of aggressive decks, I guess. Like, it helps against GTAs that aren't on true names. I'd probably cut a Crusader, yeah. Oh no, cut the Howled Spirit. Never mind. A lot of cards go to exile. Maybe. Maybe this is actually better than a Crusader. Some cards do go to the graveyard in this matchup, and this is like probably better than a 2/2 Double Strike. Double Strike is relevant with equipment, but I don't know. That's kind of close. Reanimator. I mean, you can play a lot of cards to like hedge your Reanimator matchup. You don't need Maze of Ith specifically with like a super narrow card like that. Play like a Remorseful Cleric in the main to hedge that matchup, or just like configure your sideboard differently. I'm doing pretty good, Static. We're 1-0 up a game against Death and Taxes. Wait, are we 1-0? Yes, we're 1-0. But we have 10 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock, which is kind of scary. Also, I'm basically finished my term report. I'm going to send it to you later tonight, and you can like proofread it whenever and just like let me know. And I'll post it to Reddit and such. All right, I need to play fast, so I'm going to start trying to ignore chat and then probably not doing so well. I mean, it's not free, right? Because it takes up a slot in your deck, and deck slots are very tight right now. Like I like my 75, but I want a Remorseful Cleric in my 75 right now. I vaguely want one, but I just like don't have any room. Oh, rude. Let's grab GTA. Try to win the GTA race. We have Revoker and Relic Order and Path to fight them on that axis. They need to answer my GTA or they're going to die. What do they recruit for? Stoneforge, sure. They're not going to win that fight, that's for sure. Could just Relic Order their Vial. Seems kind of loose, though. I think I'm just going to Wasteland plus put in... Although Wasteland seems kind of not good right now, so... We'll just pass. You need to stop like thinking on plays that are pretty easy. Just put in GTA on end step and move on. I can leave a path if need be, but our plan is just to try to connect with this GTA next turn. We can even like revoke the Vial to make sure there are no instant speed shenanigans outside of Flower Path. Sure. My opponent can now block my thing, but I can also path it out of the way, but that seems risky. Unnecessarily so. Opponent only has 3 cards in hand. Maybe I do just go for it. I could just equip Pathalia, try to connect. Opponent files in Stoneforge. Opponent has 3 cards in hand. I don't hate just, like, leaving a path to answer a GT, so I think I'm just gonna play Revoker and see what they do. I need to activate the Vial here. I think I'm still gonna turn off their Vial, though, because this is post my leave Thalian. Yeah, opponent is not super familiar with the mirror from the last game. Has Caracas Vial on 2. Oh, yeah, that's true. I can't, like, Wasteland plus Vial on 2 either. It's, like, way too much mana. They probably grab GT here. I think I'm just naming Aether Vial. Yeah, they can grab GT. Maybe I do grab GT because I'm on the back foot here. But then what do I do? My hand does nothing. My opponent can just play equip GTA to Thalia, and if I path it, they pick it up, but then I get to connect with GTA first because they tap out. Yeah, I think I don't hate naming Aether Vial here. The issue is if they don't put it on the Thalia, we still can't get through it, right? But I can then Relic Ward the GTA after they miss the connection here. I think they're incentivized to put it on the Thalia here. Float a mana. I guess I could have just... no. So they want to pass priority, so that's fine with me because they don't get the GTA count connection. That attack seems super loose. Don't I just get to connect with my GTA now? They could have a plow? Ooh, Revoker. Sure. Are they going to revoke both GTAs? Then I just path this Revoker and then get in with my guy, right? They have enough mana to, like, equip twice, though, which could be dangerous. I could just set up. I could just eat their thing first. Set up path on their Revoker for next turn. I think I like that more, honestly. I'm also like not thinking about the best lines because I'm trying to play really fast. So there are definitely some like better ways I could have probably played these couple of kind of weird turns, but because now I'm open up to like Swords to Plowshares here. Stoneforge, sure. Ooh, they can grab Batterskull and put it in because they have the second Stoneforge. We could set up like Flicker Wisp or Stoneforge. Just plan on equipping. Yeah, these plays, my past couple of plays have like definitely not been optimal, and I'm still like trying to think about them, which is the issue, and like half thinking about my plays is not really helping me. Fuck. I guess we just grab Batter Skull, fight their Batter Skull. Maybe there's a chance just grabbing Sword is better, but I feel like pretty safe with the Batter Skull. The issue is if they like find a removal for my Relic Order, then I've left myself pretty open, because these past couple of turns have not been like very expertly navigated. So if they find a removal for my Relic Order, we're just gonna get like put onto the ground. Even like Flicker Wisp, yeah. So I fucked this up pretty bad. Flicker Wisp, their Recruiter? What? Opponent, are you insane? Fucking deal. Snap, take this damage. What are they gonna grab? Another Wisp? I get my GTA on mine this turn. Go grab a Wisp. Grab a Palace Jailer. When you pump, your opponent pumps harder. Yeah, they grabbed Palace Jailer, sure, yeah. Alright. You can have this back. They can Palace Jailer my Relic Order, which I need to be wary of. I can Wasteland plus Port to try to keep them off of Palace Jailer. That might be my best bet. So we're going to equip the Wisp and get the connection in here. Although I guess these Wisps now trade. So now, I think the only way to not die to this Palace Jailer is with Wasteland plus Port and Hope. Wait, no, my opponent has more enough lands, right? They have enough lands to play it. Oh, shoot. This could just be bad. We'd equip GTA with one of my other things that isn't Relic Order. That's probably a fair play. Just to protect. Just because it blocks reasonably well. Oh, it does keep them off of equipping GTA. Oops. Oh well. So this is what happens when you don't think through your stuff. They can play Jailer, but they don't get to slam the GTA, and then we can take the Monarchy. They're becoming the Monarch. They are exiling my Relic Order. Yep. I would equip the S. So I want to tap the Stoneforge, just put in Batter Skull, though, is the thing. So I can't block with both Batter Skull and like my Revoker doesn't matter anymore. Opponent plays Thalia, I guess. Oh no, yeah, they're equipping to their Batter Skull, sure. So active player, non-active player. My triggers go on the stack first, right? So mine will resolve first. So my thing can pump to a X5 and just eat this Batter Skull. Why did your DJ trigger first? Because active player, non-active player, my thing goes on the stack. I shouldn't have attacked like this. I'm an idiot. Because now if I try to pump, my opponent can just, like, ping my Revoker down. I think I will just kill a Stoneforge and get 2 more counters on my thing, though. I think that just prevents them from connecting. Oh, and I dealt them combat damage, so I get my Leona Relic Order back. Just kill their Jite. So that's a cool thing, I guess. Because my opponent just didn't block the Germ. And they're killing the Relic Order on the stack. Please do it. Alright, now their Jite's gone forever. Now I just need to win in 3.5 minutes. Porting's really not worth it. Opponent really want, yeah, opponent does really want me to win this, I guess. Recruiter, sure. I'm gonna kill these recruiters so I don't have to deal with, like, a Flicker Wisp. It's, like, not a good plan, but it's just a plan to save me a little bit of time. If they got Flicker Wisp, they can still flicker their Palace Jailer, but I have 2 counters, so I can still kill the Jailer. So we're still fine. I need to put my opponent from 24 to 0 real fast. They can flicker their own Batter Skull? That doesn't do a lot, though. If they have, like, a Relic Order, they can kill my Batter Skull? I don't know. Drex Revoker, sure. It's actually super risky if my opponent actually did just have a Flicker Wisp there. Porting, or not porting, definitely punished me, but I really don't care. I'm just trying to win. You can always Flicker Wisp. I'm gonna Flicker Wisp my Stoneforge, get my last equipment. God, this Monarch trigger is gonna kill me. I need to, like, auto-yield to some of these. Sure, whatever. Oh, shit. Nope. Fuck right off, Monkara. Pithing Needle, sure. They can name sort of Fire and Ice. Doesn't matter, I'm just gonna, like, Wisp the Needle, probably. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Name Caracas. Oh, they really want to Mangara me. We just kill this Revoker, though, right? So you're gonna take all those things off the table besides the Thalia, so they can't like pick up and replay Batterskull to stall for more time. If they equip the Batterskull, they just get bodied by GTA counters. Or by Gideon of the Trials, alright. Target Flicker Wisp, sure. I'm just gonna attack with the Germ. I'm just attacking their face. Fuck Gideon. I can just flicker it out if they emblem. Opponent says, "What a joke of a game." I don't know if they mean that in like a rude way or a nice way, because this was kind of a clusterfuck, but. Okay, let's just jam Hallowed Spirit Keeper in case they fucking cataclysm me. Alright. I think we're good. Got a minute and a half to attack for lethal. Ooh. I like your Moxie, opponent. They're gonna quit Batterskull to it? Sure. You got it, bud. I guess I shouldn't have tapped Caracas, but I mean, it literally doesn't matter. Alright, sweet, we did it. Alright. God, I hate the D&T mirror. D&T mirror chess clocks is the worst. Because it's just so down to the wire all the time. Cataclysm be pitch Hallowed Spirit Keeper. Exactly. Just had to make sure there was like no way they were gonna win. We just keep a land, make a bunch of spirits, keep the GT, and just still attack for lethal. Just had to make sure there was like no chance my opponent's gonna win there. My opponent definitely like punted a lot, and so did I. So my opponent also had like multiple Thalias in post board, which is just the absolute worst. So good for them, I guess. Anyway, apologies to whoever I missed. I missed a couple people. I think someone asked some questions. Oh, Lasco. I got one of each blue duel, Lasco. So now I'm the proud owner of a UC, a Volk, a Trop, and a Tundra. Yeah, opponent was, like, aggressively not making very good lines and sideboard decisions. For sure. You should send me the Tundra. What do you need a Tundra for? I was considering trying to get my brother into playing Legacy, so I can give him the Tundra for Miracles of the UC for Death Shadow. Whew. Just in case I need a third for Miracles, I guess. You just play the one Tundra Miracles, so it's easy. Get some back to basics, play a Singleton Tundra. I also have a Volk. I was considering like selling the UC and buying some like Judge basics, like the Therese Nielsen ones, because those actually look pretty hot. But it's also like $600 for enough for Death and Taxes, and probably not a good decision. I also like my MPS ones, because not a lot of people know about them, and they're always curious. They ask a lot of questions. Good point, send me the Volk. Do you need both now? You just want the Volk? Ugh, I'm so tired. I should have, like, taken a little breather after that game. Whew. Alright. This hand is the actual worst. Getting into the trials is in my opponent's sideboard, I just realized. That's kind of a interesting choice. I wonder if that's actually okay against something like Grixis. Get out of here, second Thalia. Unless my opponent's Storm, and I get Thoughtseized on turn 1, in which case, Motobug, please. Nope, nope. Definitely don't want the Motobug to kick in. Gonna play Worthless Mother of Runes. Followed by a probably also worthless Thalia, and then I can, like, wisp this Endless one, assuming there's no Thought Knots involved. Very hard time finding people to pay for my dual lands. Yeah, there's definitely Thought Knots here. Yup. I would love to sell these duels at some point. And it's rough against those. Yeah, this hand's real bad. Yeah, I take the Wisp as the only relevant card in my hand. At least the Thalia bricks the Endless one next turn, question mark. I could revoke an Endbringer now, too. Mother of Runes protects against Dismember. Yeah, this is not good. Would love to have, like, a Vial on turn 1, then I could potentially Crocus Thalia to slow down the Thought Knot. My opponent just, like, slams Endbringer. Smasher would just be way worse than Endbringer for me. Holy shit. I mean, I can't really beat either of them, but... yeah, we're just gonna take this. Hopefully we can draw, like, Crusader? Helps block this Thought Knot. This feels like I'm bringing the end. Could be another Endless one? Yep. I mean, that's effectively bringing the end. This Wasteland kind of sucks. I think I'm still, like, priced into Wastelanding one of the things. Probably the... I could play this for 2 next turn. I could play Revoker instead and, like, trade with this Thought Knots here. Chump the Endless one. Kind of like that more. But like, already dead if they play an Endbringer anyway, so... oh no, then I'm not Wastelanding, so what the fuck am I doing? Endbringer. Go is... yeah, I think playing it for 2 is actually, like, the valid option here. I just, like, don't think I can beat my opponent having more cards anyway. Maybe we just don't fire off this Wasteland. Considering their best play was Endless one for 6, which is still good, but it means they don't have, like, scarier Haymakers, like Endbringer or Smasher. You could always draw them, but we can't land them off a lot. If they just have another land drop, they can still cast most of their deck. Yeah, if it's a Reshaper, it's whatever. But if this is the case, I should have played Caracas, because I could just save the Thalia if I double block. Oh, well, that's pretty bad for me. I think we are dead. I don't think there were a lot of hands that could have possibly beaten this, unless my hand was like 3 Flicker Wisps and 3 Source of Plowshares or some nonsense. They can also, like, Wasteland my Wasteland if they want. I think I'm dead exactly next turn. Going to 7 here. Ballista for 2, block this, ping this, take exactly 7. Oh, Crusader, a little bit too late to the party there. -5 points for not giving Mom Pro White to send a message. I considered it. I probably wanted to win like Pro Green or some stupid shit. Alright. But yeah, we were just gonna get pretty housed by that. Regardless. I wonder if I'm supposed to bring in Cataclysms against Stompy. Probably not. I'm gonna err on no there. Bring in these. Cut Moms and Ballista. Pretty clean swap. It's a question of, do I want any of these cards? And if so, what am I cutting? Sector Prophet's a pretty easy cut. Called Spirit Keeper is not the worst. It's worse. It's definitely worse than Crusader in this matchup, but you can get games where your opponent kills a bunch of your stuff, and then Spirit Keeper makes a bunch of 1/1s. Or they play like an All Is Dust. I think I'd want Third Recruiter more than it, though, because you can recruit for some pretty valuable stuff, like Jailer, Flicker Wisp, Stoneforge Mystic, Leon Relic Warder. It's a question of, do I want this second one, and if so, is there anything else cuttable in the deck? Shave Thalia is probably would be the thing. Shave like 1 Thalia for a Hallowed Spirit Keeper. I don't hate that. Thalia is better against Stompy than Post, I think, in terms of the Eldrazi decks. Because Thalia can combine with other creatures to block stuff. When you put equipment on it, First Strike definitely helps you stay alive. Yeesh. This hand is loose, but powerful. Like Judgment and Jailer. Really bad off if my opponent just like turn 2 Thought Knots me, though. Take Council Judgment, we're never beating it. We can Jailer the Thought Knot, but then they'll have another guy, like Smasher me. I can just get wrecked. I think I'm going to mulligan this. Alright, yeah, we're fucked. Yeesh. Do I go 5? Or do I have to, like, pray runner lands? Sand is good if we can guarantee a couple of land drops. Double Crusader and Council Judgment is actually very strong. I think I'm just supposed to keep this, because a 5 is just not going to beat Eldrazi on a 7. Yeah, I really want to put that on top, but... It's not if they chalice on me. I'll be happy that I didn't. Yeah, happy I didn't top that plow unless I get moto bugged. Oh, thank God. Now we just need to do this. We just need to rip a land one more time. Preferably a white source. Hopefully we don't get, like, run over. The double Soul and Thought Knot hands are the ones where you're like super uphill battle. Yeah, like that. This looks more like an endless one, though. Oh, that's rough. That is also rough. I get to play it if they ping in response to this attack. They can just untap. They can just spend their whole turn pumping the Ballista, and we're probably still gonna die. They do have take 4 damage, though, so I think they're inclined to do something else if they have other things to be doing with their 6 cards in hand. Wow, that's mean. Alright, well, this is beatable if we draw another land. Well, I meant a white source, but... We can recruit something. Maybe it's just Revoker to turn off this Ballista. Because we don't have the mana. I would love to tutor for like a Palace Jailer or a Leonin Relic Order or a Flicker Wisp to kill this Ballista, but we just don't have guaranteed mana for it. So I think it just has to be Revoker. And hope they don't have removal spells, which seems unlikely, to say the least. Wasteline's not good for me. I guess we don't really need the second colors, actually. We just need another white. I'm gonna pump. This makes me feel like my opponent has removal for this Revoker, and this plan's not going to go over very well. Alright, it's dead. Alright, well. Time to pray. Deck and Stone is so powerful. Yeah, I don't doubt it. Deck and Stone is probably a really good option for mono white right now. Being able to, like, clear up large swaths of Lingering Souls tokens or a bunch of humans and stuff. Spirits. There are a lot of, like, pretty aggressive decks that lean on creatures. And one of Mono White's weakest points has always been the creature matchups, so like having that extra removal spell, yeah, that's pretty bad for me. Would have loved to have just had like an actual permanent answer to it with Wisp or Relic Order, but we're just like not hitting the other white mana. Oh yeah, it also is an answer to Empty the Warrens, that's true. Which is definitely like an issue that Mono White has had in the past, at least for me. Is that sometimes against Storm you just get bodied by Empty the Wardens, because that's always their sideboard plan. Now we have to Council Judgment this Endbringer or we lose to it, and we just like keep losing to this Ballista. We can keep putting guys in front of it to make him at least like ping them. Motor is at 4 notably, so they can't pump it. Like their Ancient Tombs are close to off. Thanks, Yaz. Had a real good time. Yeah, 3 Ancient Tombs, not really going to do it for the guy at 4 life. These Mirror Crusaders are lethal if we get there. Pumped up to 3 counters. Ooh. Ooh, that's scary. Stoneforge. I can't double spell. I can double spell, but my opponent just has Croc Stance with Thalia. I think I want a Crusader to force my opponent to try to use up these Ballistas. And if we draw another land, we can double spell with the Stoneforge in the future turns. It is... I guess my opponent can't actually just willy-nilly fire off that Wasteland either. Because they're stuck on mana, being at 4 life. Would really love this Crusader to be a Hallowed Spirit Keeper right now, though. A 3-2 that explodes into 3 1/1s. Versus this Walking Ballista. Fuck. Is this pump? Double ping attack for 5? Yeah. So if we draw another land, we can Stoneforge plus Crusader and maybe do something. Oh, Mimic, that's bad for me. Round 2, Crusader, 1 Spirit Keeper. Yep. And then another Spirit Keeper in the sideboard. I think we're just going to snap off grabbing Batter Skull, because we can just cast it next turn, even if we have to chump block a bunch. Would you be open to me sending you HG? Yeah, I'd be able to try it out. I got a little bit more flexibility now. Because I got like a month until Eternal Weekend. Ooh, that's rough. Second Ballista. I'd be willing to try it out. Oh, they're going to sack both Ballistas to kill this Crusader. Interesting. So trading with the Mimic puts me to 2, puts me dead to a removal spell on the Batter Skull. Whereas if I block, no, I block here, I still did the Batter Skull, right? I go to 4, but like if they remove the Batter Skull, we're still toast anyway. So I might as well just eat their guy. If they have like, actually no, Ratchet Bomb doesn't even kill me, and this one's a 0 drop. So it's like they can't dismember either. I think we're okay. It's gonna cost me money. I don't think so. I have Ancient Dooms online already. I don't know what other sweet tech you might have in it, but probably not gonna cost me anything to put together. Snap off a block here. Fuck me! Are you kidding me with this? Thought Not Seer, my only like actual spell. Man, thought we were gonna win this for a second. We still could. We have draws, but have I done damage to them yet? Nope. They took the Thalia. What? Opponent! Opponent, are you high? Opponent, why would you ever take Thalia? You have a Caracas in play. I'm tempted to exile my own Batter Skull, just so if they kill my Leonin Relic Warder, then I just get a 4/4 and just force them to answer, like, because this is just lethal. I can then play Sword and then equip it and attack, and they block and I get Batter Skull back. Thanks, guys. I think I'm just gonna, like, put my Batter Skull into this Relic Warder here. Exile Batter Skull, you only died to Smash. Yeah, I died a, like, land plus Smasher, too, because my opponent only has 4 mana. Smasher is a card that could reasonably be in their hand, though. They might just be looking for a land, because they just like haven't been able to cast stuff. Alright, it's not lethal. They attack, I'm snapping off the block. I get a Batter Skull with a sword on it, and it's very hard for them to beat that. Maybe a swing for 2. I guess I could. Now that there's like a Reshaper in play too. Force them to kill my Relic Warder. If I equip them, they can just chump it with the Reshaper, and then I could die. This guarantees me getting Batter Skull in play if I just attack and force them to lose some, or for me to lose this Leonin Relic Warder. And then we can also just port them twice, because we have 6 mana, so they just have no mana, and they're just gonna... Yeah, I'm just swinging for 2. This is lethal. Come at me. Wonder if they're going to trade the Reshaper or eat it. Yep, trade the Reshaper, because they want to dig as well. They hit Cavern. Notable. They put on, like, Ape. They might have a Simian Spirit Guide in hand. Not that it matters, because Sword. Uh-oh. They can smash her now, but we're safe against Smasher. They can double block the Germ, but that's not a winning proposition. It is a proposition, though. I think I just attack here. I can always just, like, pick up Batterskull and recast it very slowly. But it takes both their guys off the field, lets me draw a card. You can also just chump block it if they want. Nope, they want to make sure it dies. So sure. Could also like not kill. No, not killing every Reshaper seems weak. Not super useful. A Thought-Knot Seer. That's annoying. I'm gonna wasteland this Eye. They might have another Eye in hand. Actually, no. We're gonna wasteland the Temple. The Temple's basically the same as an Eye. We can only port once, but then they need a Soul Land. Oh no, they can just play the Thought-Knot regardless. But it won't matter. Because we can just replay Batterskull at that point. Luckily, they can't Thought-Knot my Batterskull. And we just get to pick it up and replay it. Yep. You just see my hand if one drops. Maybe I wasn't supposed to wasteland there. Kind of forgot that they had like the double Soul Land. Maybe porting is more relevant than equipping there, because we're like no longer dead to a Reality Smasher. I could possibly take them off of having 5 mana for something, or 6 if they hit a land drop, like Endbringer. And then Endbringer would be pretty bad for me. You should let your opponent know they'd be very if they didn't spend all their life casting things. Oh, they get to sack their Eldrazi Scion? Oh, nope, they just let me gain 6 life. Sure. Now we get to, like, port them 3 times, so they're pretty dead. Alright. Just lethal them. We do reveal the Palace Jailer, but I think it's like pretty minor to just make sure that they're dead this turn. facing all kind of bad players tonight. Yeah, I don't know what's up today, but like they just thought onto the Thalia instead of the Leona Relic Order, and that literally won me the entire game. I was 100% dead to rights. And then they were just like, eh, maybe I want Ballista. Ballista's like weirdly good against other Ballistas. Because it like makes ping math really confusing, because if like you ping a 2-2 Ballista, it prevents that from like pinging something else, or otherwise it kills itself. I might want to like a Ballista more than a Thalia, especially because my opponent had Caracas in their deck. Caracas was super obnoxious. That's probably a fine sideboard plan. My opponents really want to get me to win this. They're trying very hard, and I appreciate it. Ah, fuck. Fuck these hands. We're definitely going to 6. On the play, I might keep this. On the draw, there's a chance we just get Chalice on one, and this hand just becomes unkeepable. Plus, we have a lot of cards that don't even care about the file, like Judgment and Sword. Do we just really want to hit a bunch of land drops anyway? We're just going to keep mulliganing and dying. This hand is not the worst thing I've ever seen. If they don't Chalice, this Plow's really good. It's a good start for me. Not even a soul land? Wow, this is a slow start. Might have like Chalice one here, yeah. Chalice one into soul land. Guy. A little late on the uptake there. I think I want to Stoneforge for GT to pair with Crusader. I could Stoneforge for Batterskull, and if they thought not me, then I could still like Relic Ward the Chalice and Plow the Thought Knot or something. Spooky has been pretty great for me. It just the tech against Grixis there, the Grixis hedge is super relevant. I could just Relic Ward this turn as well. That's also true. I don't know how much I care about like deploying file on turn 3 versus just trying to get my stuff online while my opponent's like dirtling around with these very slow lands. It's just a question of would I grab Batterskull or GTA to pair with Crusader. GTA plus Crusader is pretty obscene. But I might just want Batterskull. I feel like the Stoneforge might die, though. My opponent kept like a very slow hand, so I feel like they have like reactive elements or something that they're banking on. Because I don't think Eldrazi wants to keep land drop, Chalice against D&T on the play. It seems very slow. I think we're in the Stoneforge. And yeah. Yeah, it's like worse, or it's better for me if they Thought Knot. Grabbing the Batterskull forces them to Thought Knot it, though, and then we can, like, if we hit another, we need to hit another white source to Relic Order plus Sword in the same turn, though. They just don't even have Thought Knot, they just have normal land drops. This is very good for me. I might Relic Ward plus Vial the following turn, or just, we'll probably just jam Crusader. Depends on if we hit a 4th land. If we hit a 4th land, we're definitely jamming Crusader. Yeah, Spyglass, that's fair. I could just name Stoneforge if I grabbed Batterskull, so not a huge deal. This is still good if we find Wisps, or if we can... Oh, we can actually just Relic Ward the Spyglass, actually. Opponent's sideboarded into D&T. We can just Relic Ward the Spyglass to turn on our GT. Yep, that's fine. The issue is that I do want to, like, be wary of Thought Knot Seer. My opponent could just be hitting like, oh wow. I guess that's fair. They do know my hand. That's not, like, super aggressive. I just beating down and Rashad importing them? I have like no other plays, right? I could cast Jite, and that's it. I feel like Rashad importing them might be the better line. Although getting Jite into play is pretty relevant, like at some point down the road, because we're pretty mana tight. I think I'm just gonna port them, at least this turn. If they miss a land drop, I might not, but we have like a bunch of other things to do with our mana. You gotta play Vial. I should not play Vial and this Chalice on one. Otherwise, I would definitely go for slamming Vial. Vial plus like Leave Up Plow would be totally fine. If I draw another white source, I think I'm gonna have to just Relic Ward this Chalice and play Vial anyway. Good call. I've definitely jammed spells into Chalice on ones before, so like, especially as a viewer, it's easy to just miss a permanent in play or something. Well, that's a card, I guess. Ooh, that's a card, I guess. We can go get a Batterskull now. Step 1 is attack. Attack's pretty free. The issue is that, again, my opponent could still play land Thought-Knot, but with 3 cards in hand, can't really afford to play around a lot at this stage. And we have a lot of Thought-Knottable cards. If we get a white source, we can take the Chalice out offline and start trying to plow stuff. It's a toss-up, but running into Chalice maybe not great. It's close, you know. Waste my whole turn doing that thing versus like porting them, which is possibly relevant. definitely a toss-up, agreed. If I just draw lands for the rest of the entire game, I think I can win. Just like, I don't need any more spells, deck. Smasher would be less scary than a Displacer, or than a Thought-Knot, honestly. Yeah, this is fine. It's scary, but it's still fine. Alright, sure. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, I guess I'm putting in Batterskull Sorcery Speed. So I don't discard a card. Opponent knows I have it already anyway. This at least stalls the board. It's not worth getting in the 1 damage here. If my opponent like does end up removing my germ token in some way, I'd rather not take the extra damage from this like ballista attacking me. If I could just draw land drops for the next 2 turns, it would work out pretty nicely. Or is my opponent bringing the end? God, I hope not. Oh, thank God, they're just pumping a ballista. Deal. I can beat that. Would love to draw some lands. This attack seems kind of loose. Not double blocking. Double blocking's bad. They just like ping down the Stoneforge, eat my germ. We just can race it, because now we just attack with our germ. Fuck me! This last Stoneforge doesn't even find anything. I wonder if my opponent stack blocks this. I don't think they do. This Walking Ballista could just put away the game if it ticks up a bunch. And it doesn't get to, like, kill anything else on the way out, either. Just, like, ping my face. Oh, they could ping the germ. Oh, after the block. Yeah, never mind. Not great. I mean, I think I kind of was priced into attacking there anyway. Reveals Endless One. Doesn't put it into play, dang. Bright side, you can't draw any more. That's true, I cannot draw any more Stoneforge Mystics legally. What am I discarding? Stoneforge Mystic? We're discarding Aether Vial, let's be real. Aether Vial's just never being cast. We have way more important things to do, like survive. So we need to draw, like, land for Relic Order into, like, land for Jailer or something. Something stupid. Or, like, land for some, like, a white land into Flicker Wisp for Batterskull. I did get punished pretty badly for playing the Caracas on turn 2 instead of their Port. I played the Caracas because I wanted to have the ability to, like, draw another white source and then Relic Order plus Sword in the same turn. But then I got punished because they wastelanded me, and then I've just been off of the ability to cast this Relic Order for the past 900 turns. This Smasher is going to be lethal pretty soon. 9. Yeah, just about. This is just Endless One for 5. That's fine. It's very chump blockable. Alright, step 1. We drew a Plains. Step 2. What the fuck do we do with it? There's so many Relic Order options. Relic Order the Chalice to untap and, like, plow the Smasher. But we're going so low already. I could just jam Crusader's bad against Ballista. I could, like, Relic Order the Ballista, go to 8. I could Relic Order my own Batterskull again, make that play. But Batterskull's actually, like, pretty miserable in a field of 5/5s. Fuck. What is actually my line here? I think the line is going to be just let Relic Ward the... I got, like, Relic Ward the Ballista, hope to rip another land for Jailer for Smasher. It's, like, not atrocious. Just chump block the Endbringer, go to 3 off the Smasher. Or go to 4. I could even actually just, like, stack block the Smasher, couldn't I? It only eats 2 things. Yeah, I don't actually hate Relic Warding this Ballista. The Ballista is actually, like, one of the scariest permanents my opponent has in play. Oh no, I do go to 3 because this thing's gonna ping me for 1. Not sure if that's the line. There are, like, a lot of lines here, and I'm definitely not sure which one is correct. There's a shit ton of things I can do. I don't like the hit the Chalice line, because I think my best plans involve ripping another land and slamming Palace Jailer next turn. I don't want my mana to be gummed up casting Plow and then having to, like, cast a Squire. We could also draw, like, Flicker Wisp for the Batterskull, which would be okay. If my opponent has like any sort of removal, this block's gonna get super blown out too. Because I'm just gonna literally put everything in front of the Smasher. If they like Warping Whale, Stoneforge out of the way, I lose a Relic Order and another Stoneforge. Flickers for the Endless one, you mean? Oh, that's also fair. Could do that. Could also just chump block the Endless one and go to 3. I think I just have to get a little bit lucky. I'm not sure, though. The upside of, like, killing the Smasher is huge, but the downside is also huge. We could draw Flicker Wisp, or... If we kill the Smasher, we could draw Flicker Wisp or land, and that just, like, totally swings the game in my favor. If they have a removal spell, we could still draw Flicker Wisp or land and be okay. We still really want to draw land to be okay there, because the Rally Smasher has Trample. Opponent does have 3 cards in hand. Doesn't have 14. Which I'm very scared of. I think we just gotta get lucky. Please no removal spell, opponent. Loved it if one of these squires had like 2 power. So a single removal spell doesn't just body me beyond space and time. Yeah, Warping Whale. They left me with Relic Order, though, which is weird. Now we really need to hit land drop here. Oh, they have another thing, too, after Warping Whale? Fuck. Endless one for 3. That's super bad for me. Council's Judgment, and I'm just dead, right? Council Judgment Smasher. Just die. Fuck. There are probably... I think there are ways I could have won that. If I played conservatively, I'd be at 3 and have 2 extra Stoneforges here. Draw Council's Judgment, kill the Smasher. Have to, like, chump block. My opponent still has a Warping Whale in hand, though. Maybe there aren't, like, a lot of ways I win this game. Could have, like, eaten my own Batterskull instead of the Ballista, maybe. Maybe they'll vote for the Endless one. Misclick. Damn. It was a good game, though. Despite my many, mana problems. Do we have the land after is my biggest question. Oh, damn it, we do. We could have maybe lived then. Council Judgment, the Revoker, or Council Judgment, the Smasher. I have to chump block both things, so I'm down to just the Relic Order again. My opponent still has a Warping Whale in hand. Untap, Jailer, the 5/5. I have 2 2/2s. Or maybe even 1 2/2 if they had Warping Whale to Stoneforge. Eh. I think there's a chance we could have won that game, but that game definitely had a lot of lines. To be fair, we should have lost game 2 anyway. My opponent decided to, like, let me have a game. We lost game 1, won game 2. I have no idea what MTG Bot's commands are. Apparently it has a catfax command. That's a pretty good one, Yaz. Jeez, these games have been dragging. Like, both that game and the D&T game just took so long. It's already 11, 10. What other great things does MTG Bot have? Oh, these are my specific ones. Legacy stats, modern stats, Matt Doyle. I forgot I had that command. And sideboard guide. Oh, we're playing against Lewis CBR. That's pretty cool. I don't even know. What is he still like the Grixis Delver guy? That's what he was before, right? I think this hand's like keepable regardless. It's fine against a lot of the format, unless he's on like Storm or some nonsense, in case we're fucked. But format's very fair. I like this hand against a lot of decks. Volk. It's gonna get dazed. Yeah. I just don't have to decide what to grab there. So yes, Grixis Delver, I guess. Which, this hand is good against Grixis Delver. Even Howlsburg here for like 2 spirits. Combined with 2 Swords to Plowshares. I think we're just going to run out a GT rather than run into another Daze. We have like infinite Swords to Plowshares here. Spell Pierce, wow, rude. Opponent's Spell Pierce just awkwardly lining up well. But, I mean, this hand isn't very scary so far. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not gonna plow into the Daze here this time. Stop running into my opponent's stupid soft permission. Try pumping up this Ballista. The only scary thing that really could have is like True Name? Bolt. I can't force will. Please no. Is we get to run out a Hallowed Spirit Keeper for like 3 spirits now? Oh shoot, I just clicked on my own turn. Oops. That's what I wanted to Kragus in hand. Oh well. Didn't realize that I had like F6 through my opponent's turn, who had also F6 through their own turn, but please wasteland this. Thank you. Oh, that's bad. We have our own True Name Nemesis, though. I'd love to have it in play this turn instead of last turn, though. Or last turn instead of this turn. Alright. They like double daze this? Oh man. Yikes. Well, they have no more cards in hand, so it's just Hell Spirit Keeper v True Name at this point. And my draws are pretty good. I'm gonna waste the Vault because they have another UC in hand. We just need to like draw something to push the race in our favor, because right now we're behind by a turn. It would be really nice if we were ahead by a turn. If only I had like not F6 through this Hallowed Spirit Keeper that one time. There's nothing relevant to flicker. Just making a 3-1 flyer. I think I have to get greedy and attack here, right? I just hope to God this Delver doesn't flip, because I could put them to 11 if it, and then they put me to 5. I have to hit them with the Wisp, so I can attack them down to 8. Then they attack me to 4. They still win the race. We need to. I think we're just pretty dead. That double daze was really bad for me. As was like the really random spell pairs lining up. A lot of things went not great. It's unfortunate. And at least it didn't matter that we like missed 3 damage off of not playing this Hallowed Spirit Keeper turn earlier. Actually, it might have mattered, right? Because I could have attacked with Wisp last turn, and then, well, no, then they would have just held. It'd be at 5. They could have been at 2 if I had attacked. It might have actually been relevant. Oh well. That's definitely unfortunate. I think I could have won if I didn't just like fucking F6 through that Hallowed Spirit Keeper. Make him play around. Yeah, play around to Ballista on 2. Good line by the opponent. Yeah, I think I like directly lost this game because I F6 through like my turn 4 or whatever, and didn't put a Hallowed Spirit Keeper into play when I could have. Kind of annoying, but oh well. That's Moto for you. I really, it doesn't matter that much, because I play these games for practice, and like that literally is not going to happen in real life, so it's not a huge deal. It's just, oh, I actually could have won that game had I been playing in paper. So what did I do before? I forget what my last cut was. I just realized that my my tournament report's not quite correct. Because I boarded out a 3rd card. Or a 5th card, I mean. I cut all these. Where did I cut? I guess it was maybe the Prelate? Couldn't have been Crusader. Yeah, I guess it was. Yeah, it was definitely the Prelate. Yeah. Yeah, Prelate's not great in this matchup. They do have a lot of 1s, but they also have like a lot of like big scary things that you don't want to turn off. Like you want to plow and port or plow and path. This hand's really slow against Delver. On the oh, I boarded up Palace Jailer. Shit, not Prelate. That was it. That was definitely it. It was definitely the Palace Jailer. I left in the Prelate, but this Palace Jailer is really going to be bad if they have True Name. Sounds like kind of tempting, honestly. It's probably not worth it. Oh, this hand's much better. Unless they have True Name again. Which I don't want more lands. Yeah, Palace Jailer is just not a card I want in the True Name matchup. So we just plow this so they gain the minimal amount of life. They can Daze Second Vial if they want. Sure. Might keep in actually like one recruiter instead of the prelate post board. So now you tick file up to 2 and probably just pass the turn. Play land if we find one. I feel okay. As long as my opponent isn't planning on true naming me. Alright, not a true name. Not yet, at least. Banner Scholars? I think I'll... it's tough. I don't think they'll tap out this turn. Cats are awesome. I have 2 cats. Did not shuffle again. Grabbing Batterskull here feels exceptionally risky, considering my opponent just has a 6-card hand of nothing they want to, like, kill me with. Would have loved to have Athalia here instead, with Caracas. I think we're just going to grab Sword of Fire and Ice. There's, like, no way my Stoneforge lives. And, like, if I grab Batterskull, I think it's just dead. They might not care because I grabbed Sword. Ooh, that's nice. We can flick rest with the Stoneforge. Or the Sword to save it. Guess we should play around. No, we can't really play around Vendilion Click. We have like File on 3 too. And Vendilion Click's not super common in Delver. Thoughtseize. This feels like an Abrade coming. So we're just gonna flicker my Stoneforge. Take your pick, opponent. Literally, I was literally having to let you untap and file to 3 was a mistake. Maybe they don't have removal. Maybe I'm crazy and wrong. I can take this path, though. Take the plow. In what world is taking the plow better than the path? I guess maybe they really want the shuffle? Gonna grab Batterskull now, I guess. Ooh, Thalia is super good. I can play around Bolt. No, just conceits. Sweet. Alright. Feeling better. So yeah, I don't want this Jailer, but I also don't think that the Prelate is right. I think that just having a 1 of Recruiter is probably okay. It's really slow, but better than a Jailer, probably better than a Prelate. That Thoughtseize turn did not go well for him. Unfortunately, now we're on the draw, which is just infinitely more horrifying playing against Delver. If I just, like, not punted my... That's a hand. That seems okay. So far, just good. Lands are also good. We're on the draw. Had a full house in the other hand. I actually want to top this. Stoneforge is really important in this matchup. My opponent's like Burn Resources was dealing with moms. They might not be able to deal with the Stoneforge. If they play like a Delver on turn 1, I think I'm just leading with Mom anyway. I don't want the Plow to get dazed. And next turn I could like Plow and then second Mom. They have nothing. Deal. Continue to have nothing. Playing this other Mom's a little bit scary. But I think it's just like fine mana-wise. My opponent needs like exactly Marsh Casualties or something to punish me. Lily on the Last Hope would make this like awkward. Like Grixis overplays Dread of Night. Well, that'd be kind of bad for me too. But yeah, Lily on the Last Hope is annoying, but definitely beatable. Especially because we'll have 2 Moms online. I'm gonna play Stoneforge now. Find Batterskull to hopefully get this Lily off the table. Force, rude. Probably only has 2 cards left. Well, 3 cards after the draw. That's not great. We have Path at least. Ooh, land nice there. Now we can path this. And then, like, play Thalia, too. Oh, wow, Basic Island, I got! That's why they took the Plow last game instead of the Path. They actually have a Basic. So we're just, like, super brutalized by Dread of Night or whatever, but... we just need to put pressure on the table to keep this Lily from ulting. I've seen Marsh Casualties as the usual go-to for Grixis Delver nowadays. Or, not Rending Volley. There's a different volley. It's like a sorcery speed Electrickery, but it's 1 mana, and it's always overloaded. Or just like actual Electrickery is another card I've seen. Yeah, or just neg 1, hate, just like the Lilies. We have Crusader to follow this up, so... this is like Forked Bolt, it could be annoying. Blazing Volley, yeah, something Volley. Yeah, fuck me. think I just save them both and let my opponent pick the run to the litter with their. I could actually. It's probably just save one mom. I only have one card left in hand. Just save one mom, and then leave it untapped to protect from the Lily, so I can still like put pressure on it. Just let this other one die. Attack the Liliana. Alright. It's not in ult range, or not near ult range anymore. Oh, that could be annoying. Answers my Crusader if they can get this mom off the table. Force them to use their fetch if they want to activate the Grim at least. Well, this Grim could easily be very bad for me. True name Thug. Wasteland. Eh. So we're at a standstill, but my opponent's like pretty favored because I have a Grim Lavamancer in play. Ooh, it's a good top deck. Go get sort of Fire and Ice. And my opponent can actually just force the Mother of Runes activation here. They just like activate Grim, force the mom to activate, untap, activate Grim again, take the mom off the table. And then they can like hope I don't draw a fourth land to murder them. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yep, they finished clearing up the mom. Delvers, whatever. Did not draw a land. That's very bad. My opponent gets to untap with this Grim Lavamancer now. That's unfortunate. Fuck off. McAfee. Jesus. So we can still draw a land next turn and still have a shot in this. Delver doesn't flip, so it's either a land or a creature. My poor computer. Yeah, fuck my computer. Not a land is very bad. Because now my opponent, if I try to equip, my opponent just pings it down with the Lava Man. Could force my opponent to like ping down the irrelevant things, like equip to Stoneforge, but I think just like putting more bodies into play is more relevant. And like possibly going to get a Batter Skull. which my opponent cannot ping down. Opponent can kill my Crusader, which is sad, but getting the sword on any of these guys is pretty relevant. My opponent could go for both the Stone Forges to strand this skull. Nope. Flips off Ponder, that's the worst. Now they get like cantrip and does scary stuff. I had like 2 draws at a land to very close to just win the game on the spot. Did not find them. But my draws have been good. Like, finding the Stoneforge to begin with was a really good top deck. Would still love to draw a land here. Does not shuffle. Is this time to start attacking with Delver, maybe? No. So I could try to force the issue of just equip. But I think I want to take advantage and put the Batter Skull in now. Force my opponent to activate Lavamancer and go down to 1 card in the yard. They're less likely to be able to deal with my Batter Skull. I could just connect here, actually. That's probably better. My opponent can't have a thing, because the thing would cost mana. I can just clear this Lavamancer right now. Could put the Sword on Stoneforge instead, but I wanted to play around like -1 stuff. Don't really need the Batter Skull as much anymore. If my opponent's answering the Stoneforge. Oh yeah, my opponent feels like they're very dead. Oh fuck. That's a pretty good draw. I don't think I'm gonna use it though. Not this turn at least. I'm gonna put in the Batter Skull first. I don't want to get like blown up by a removal spell of some sort. Two-mana Brainstorm, alright. Opponent needs to answer 3 relevant equipment. Yeah, there's dead. Whew. Thought we were going to lose that game for a hot second. But we pulled it out, even though I punted game 1 pretty bad. Grixis Delver, definitely a good matchup for D&T. 9 and 6. We won game 2 and 3. Lost game 1. Alright, let's finish up this league. It's getting super late. One more round. It's gonna really hum this room. I should turn on the AC. All right, final boss is Draconis 91, whatever that is. His hand's medium, but acceptable. On the draw, it's a little loose, but hard to pass up. Like, turn 2 Thalia with other things to do. Well, we're getting belched. All right, good way to end the stream. And we're getting the new belcher. Come on, play that sweet guilds card. Guilds of Ravnica card. Just empty the warrens for 8 goblins. That's probably not beatable. Unless we draw like Stoneforge Mystic. What if I concede to this? So, I go to 12. Next turn, draw Stoneforge Mystic, play it. I get attacked by 8 goblins. I block 1. Go to 5. I untap, put in Batter Skull. My opponent has 7 goblins. Wait, hang on. Can I just, like, beat these goblins like this? Oh, no, I need to, like, draw another 2, right? Because I could, like, play Thalia, eat 1, untap, like, Flicker Wisp 1, Violin a 2, kill another 1. Might be able to live. I don't really care. Like, they're not going to sideboard. Letting them know what I'm on doesn't really do. I guess it makes them, like, go for the turn 1 more. But I don't really care. There's a chance we can actually beat this, so. Not a high chance, but definitely a non-zero chance. We really need to draw a 2-drop next turn. I think is the only way we win. And even then, it was pretty napkin mathed on whether or not I get to live. I get 3 blockers for 7 tokens. I think I do. 3 blockers for 6 tokens because I can kill 1. Oh shit, did we actually? Did we actually just win? Play to your outs. Play to your outs. We're just gonna jump this Flicker Wisp off a cliff. I think even without the Stoneforge, I could have lived. I'm not sure. So, without the Stoneforge, I go to... Oh no, I go to 1 here? Never mind. Because then I untap Flicker Wisp, one of their 4 remaining Goblin tokens. They have 3 left, but I only have 2 blockers, so I would need to have drawn a 3 or a 2 by then. Now they're assuredly dead. I think if I drew like any 2 or 3, I can win. I'm just gonna kill a goblin. I don't know what to recruit for. Sanctum Prelate? What number do I put Sanctum Prelate on in this matchup? I guess 2. Turn off like Burning Wish. Question is, why is he still playing? Because he's a Belcher player. He doesn't have anything else to do, right? All right, we beat Belcher game 1. Cool. Now we just have to like pray. That's how we win games 2 and 3. Put in these council judgments in case you need to like exile a Belcher that's put into play. We have like a lot of chaff to shave here. Swords to Plowshares. Probably GTA. I'd probably got Sword before GTA. GTA can also help bring in Tekken Stone. Bring in my Cataclysms. Take that Goblin's tokens. Only cost twice as much as Tekken Stone. Ballista's just horrible. Ping off 1 Goblin. Yeah, Jailer. It's pretty easy. This looks fine. I mean, as fine as the Belcher matchup is going to be. So the plan is to like lose this game and then next game turn 1 Chalice into turn 2 Thalia. Well, I'm never gonna mull this hand. We just hopefully don't die on turn 1. Which, I mean, it's Belcher, so. And they kept 7, so I will keep and then probably lose. This is definitely a snap keep. I would have loved to draw this on the draw. Am I dead? I can't tell from that hand, honestly. Alright, Taiga, Rite of Flame, Manamorphose. Tinderwall. 4, 5, 6. This isn't like. Oh no, they drew Desert Ritual, so this is lethal now. They can just belch me. Seething Song. Petal. They didn't draw. They needed to draw the ritual off the Manamorphose to kill me here, or like anything that produces mana. Oh, they're on the Experimental Frenzy version. Sweet. He might not be dead. What, they're they might have another land in their deck? They already have the Taiga in play. So yeah. The Experimental Frenzy version looks really cool. Makes me like kind of wanna like just do a Belcher League for no fucking reason. So I put Prowled on 2, but that's wrong because they don't play Burning Wish anymore. Guess you just put on like 1 for Rite of Flames, or 0 for LEs and Petals and Chrome Mox. And we just like have to mulligan to Chalice, I think. Or some stupid shit like that. I would love to play first. But also love to never keep this hand against Belcher in my entire life. Put a mulligan to 6. I think I just have to snap this off. Just turn 2 Thalia and pray. This hand beats some number of goblins. I don't know what the number is, but... Look, Ma. No hands. I got nothing. Kill me. Kill me, Belcher player. Do it. Oh, man. They're actually going to kill me. Oh, no, they're not. They could be, like, trying to set up Experimental Frenzy. With, like, double LED to try to go off. They have 3 mana here. We can start pouring them down. But this Thalia will be very good. Seems like they're all in on an Experimental Frenzy plan. Ooh, Spirit Guide, Experimental Frenzy. Ooh, oh, they're just gonna belch me. That's pretty good too. Let's hope it isn't lethal. Oh no, there's a tag in play. It's definitely lethal. And we tried. Jeez. They needed to have, like, the Tinder Wall, too. Because if they had a mana source that got taxed by Thalia, they're... Oh, no, they're not. Wait, no, yeah, they are short. They're short by mana, and then we get to start porting down the Taiga. Definitely not surprised we lost to Belcher, though. That's, like, the matchup you definitely cannot be salty about losing to, as Death in Texas. It's just a miracle that we actually got game 1, and that we almost had a chance in both games 2 and 3. Like, that's as much as you can ask for in the Belcher matchup. We won game 1, which is just the weirdest fucking thing. I have won game 1 against Belcher twice of the 2 times I've played it. We even won the match last time we played against it. That was fun. I don't understand... I guess... Okay, no, I take that back. I was about to say I don't understand why, like, taking Belcher through a league seems very enjoyable, but the Experimental Frenzy version of Belcher actually looks really cool. You just, like, cut all the Burning Wishes, and you play Experimental Frenzy, and you just could, like, play off the top like crazy, because your deck has 1 land in it. Does Experimental Frenzy nombo with Spirit Guides? I think... Experimental Frenzy... Because I think it's only you may cast. You may play the top card of your library, and I feel like the Spirit Guides say exile from your hand. Exile, oh, Spirit Guide from your hand, yeah. Okay, so they do number with that, but it's like only those in the Taiga. That actually seems kind of cool. But anyway, so what did we lose to today? We lost like a super tight 3 to Eldrazi, and then we died to Belcher, so running through a league in a half hour probably helps too. But it's like, it's not interesting, and you're not going to do particularly well, right? So like, people play Red-Black Reanimator because it's one of the highest performing combo decks in Legacy, and you can really power through leagues. But like, Belcher, you're going to kind of get ranched, and unless you have fun, like, it's like efficient if you want to go through a league and just like belch people, but it's not efficient if you want to like grind leagues. It's efficient to just like fuck around with some nonsense, which is totally fine. I was only talking about, like, during the game, I was like, I kind of wanted to play Belcher, like, through a league, because Experimental Friends would be cool, but it doesn't seem like something like I would do on a regular basis. Just like, oh, I'm gonna queue up Belcher, just give it a whirl, practice it a little bit more. Anyway, that's gonna be it for the stream today. Let's go find someone to host. Who's playing Legacy besides me? Romario Vidal. I feel like I always host this guy. Because he's always on right before or right after me. He streams really late. Or I think he's not in the US, so maybe it's early for him. I don't know. Sometimes you just want to watch the Robert. Yeah, for sure. Sometimes you just wanna get your belching on. But overall, so this is the list that I won 40 duels with, and I really liked it. We didn't really lose to that much, that felt like we didn't have a chance besides Belcher, obviously, but that's not something you're going to see regularly. The Eldrazi match was super, super close, and I think we might have been able to win with like a weird different line, but that was a very confusing match. And we had a lot of like very deep and interesting games. You look for that. If you look at those, pay less attention to the side part. I'm more trying to look at main decks. Oh, did you send me a message on Discord, you guys? Or did you like post it in something or other? Or like, did you send me this list? Did you send it to me on like Twitch? I don't see any. I whispered it. Oh, you sent it to me on Twitch. All right, cool. I'll take a look at it. Maybe I'll let you know like when I plan on streaming or something. Maybe like later this week, on like Friday or something, Tuesday, or maybe tomorrow instead. I kind of want to try out Vintage at some point. Need to play like Vintage White Trash. Gotta prep for playing in the Vintage event since I have nothing else to do on Friday and Eternal Weekend. But that's all digressing. Anyhow, yeah, thanks everybody for coming, hanging out tonight. Hope you had a good time. If you like the content you saw today, you want to see more stuff, you can follow, subscribe, or donate. Follows are totally free, help you know when I'm going live, help other people find my content. Subscriptions get you a sweet Thalia emote and Thraben themed sub badge in the chat. And donations, I would be more than happy to play a Death and Taxes list that you want to see played through a league. The color splash, format, whatever, just let me know beforehand. Other than that, you can subscribe on YouTube or follow me on Twitter. YouTube is where I post all my streams after they're done being live, so there's a ton of archived footage there, and Twitter is when I post when I'm going live, as well as like updates on paper tournaments I'm playing in. Anyhow, that's going to be it for the stream tonight. I hope you all have a good night, evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow.